Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Welcome on this special edition. Yeah, man, well, let's get this in because I want people to understand what it is that we're doing here. There's a lot of craziness that's going on in the sport world today, and a lot of people don't understand pretty much the position of certain athletes. Charles Barkley did not shy away from actually bringing into existence a prominent figure or number that would take the position that everyone else was. He spent pretty much a day giving 2 hours of his opinion to 2 different platforms. One he was very pointed, but he pretty much stands by his statements. But he was very much adamant when he gets with somebody he really hangs out with, somebody he really knows. Now, Sir Charles is opinionated. He says a lot of things that don't go along with status quo. But one thing you know about him, he's not a corporate man. Or whatever LeBron is attached to does not affect him whatsoever.
In the world, by far, if he's healthy. I mean, you got Jalen, you got LeBron, you got Maxey. Embiid, if he can stay healthy, he would be the 4th best player in the world by a long shot. If he gets back to an all-star level, if he gets to an MVP level, it's a wrap. But if he can get back to a solid 4th guy, the 6th is going to be tough to beat.
Talking to Charles Barkley right here with Stephen A. I got to ask.
Now, while talking with Stephen A., he's basically giving you the corporate response to what is an obvious question and very obvious statement of this is what it is. What are we talking about? Why would we be fighting this? In other words, Joel Embiid, if this team right now with Jalen Brown was slated to go to the NBA Finals before LeBron James even got there. We know this. But once LeBron gets there, they act like he was the missing piece that would drive them over the top at 41 years of age. So with that said, let's listen to Charles.
When you think about, you said you were disappointed because LeBron, you thought he should go back home going to Cleveland. You would not have had a problem with Miami. Clearly, it seems that his vision is, number one, Philadelphia probably gives him a better chance to win a championship than Cleveland or Miami if he were on those teams. That would be my first question to you. Do you think being on Philly gives him a better chance at a championship than he would have had he joined Cleveland or had he joined Giannis and Bam Adebayo in Miami?
I think Cleveland, if he had went to Cleveland, they would have been my favorite in the East. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and I just think losing that game 1, they never got over that. And if you put LeBron with them 2 big boys, Donovan, James, their bench is pretty solid. I thought Cleveland would have been the favorite in the East, in my opinion. Now, the Knicks are going to be right there, but if you add LeBron to that team, first of all, they wouldn't have blew that 25-point lead, 24-point lead with 5 minutes to go if LeBron had been there.
That's a fact. I won't say that they wouldn't have blown the lead. They wouldn't have probably even had it if LeBron James was on that team. But he's speaking some truth here. Now, why wouldn't he go back over there to Cleveland, where he could really make a difference. They were one game. I mean, they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. You go to the team that's been swept. Why did you run to the 76ers?
But clearly this makes the Sixers the team to beat in the Eastern Conference. And man, you look like I say, listen, man, I don't know what's going to happen with the Kawhi thing. Your Knicks are going to be good. The Atlanta Hawks have gotten better. I'm trying to think who else. The Wizards might be good. If they can get a healthy Anthony Davis, and they got AJ, they got Trey. So the Eastern Conference has got a lot better over the summer. So can LeBron stay healthy? Can Joel stay healthy? Those are serious questions to ask. But on paper, the Sixers are going to be the favorite.
LeBron James, if he were to win a championship in Philly, it would be his fourth different team he's won a title with. Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to have their opinions about that. What would Charles Barkley's opinion be that he's going to yet another team, a different team, a fourth team to win a championship? What would your thoughts be about that?
Now, in the media world, this is called a layup or an alley-oop for Charles Barkley. Stephen A. knows where he wants to go with this. And this is exactly what he did. He set Charles Barkley up to go. Everything is everything's a go. Everything is a go. So now he just asked him the alley-oop question of all alley-oop questions. So now it's on. It is now on.
Well, I think number one, it would be incredible. But the number one knock on LeBron for older guys like myself has always been, yo, man, you always stacking your team. He stacked it in Miami. He stacked it in Cleveland.
Facts.
He stacked it in LA. Now he's stacking it in Philly.
Facts.
So that to me, I'm going to still have the same criticism I've always had. He's always stacked his team. And people can say what they want to. I've always told people LeBron's the third best player I've ever seen behind Michael and Kobe. You know, when you're dealing with LeBron and the Stepford wives, if you don't say he's the greatest, you could put like blasphemy.
Yeah.
His crew,
I know.
If they're like Stepford wives, you have to say he's the greatest. He can't be the second. He can't be the third. That's why I call them Stepford wives. Even the men are Stepford wives.
Tell him, Charles, Stepford wives.
So, listen, LeBron's great. But like I say, my criticism, like, yo, man, he always makes sure he has the best players. And one of the reasons I always give Michael the advantage is Michael got his head beat in by the Pistons and the Celtics before he finally like, no, I'm going to get bigger, stronger, faster. But it'll be a great accomplishment. But I will tell you this, he did put a bullseye on his back coming to the Sixers because now the Sixers have to win the championship. You can't give me... Yes.
Do they? I mean,
yes.
A healthy OKC, I don't think they'd be favorite.
Yes, you have no choice now. Yeah, Charles is right. Yes, you have put a bullseye on your back, buddy. Guess what? You have to win it now. There's no middle ground. You can't get to the finals and don't win it. You got to win the whole thing. You put that pressure there. You want the media attention. You wanted this stacked team. You wanted all of it. Now you got to win with it. If Kevin Durant did not win with Golden State, they would have hung that over his head every day of his career. Kevin Durant came over there and ruined the Golden State Warriors. They were winning championship. They were fine without Kevin Durant. Once he won, now they want to use that against him to villainize him. So you got to understand, if they don't win it, LeBron will be searching for his excuse. It might be gone out of Philly, depending on what happens this year. He has a one-year deal, really. This is a one-year deal. He has the option to come back to Philly. They gave him a second-year option to come back. So he's really on a one-year deal. He could waive that option and go someplace else. And no, you have to win it now. You put that bullseye on the Sixers' back. If you weren't on the team and they had Jaylen Brown and they got to the NBA Finals, they would have said, okay, we're making progress. We got to the NBA Finals, we still working. Oh, now we got LeBron James. Nope. Now, you didn't put the bullseye on their back. 100%.
It's against a healthy OKC. I think they got to come out of the East, but I don't think they'd be a favorite against a healthy OKC.
Or Spurs. I didn't.
Okay.
I'm just saying, him coming to a stacked team like this, they have to at least get to the finals.
Right.
But they won't be favored against OKC or the Spurs. But they are definitely going to be favored to come out of the East.
Charles Barkley, in fairness, when people hear you say going to a team of stacked debt, I've never asked you this question, but I've heard other people get on you about this. So I'm going to ask you right for the audience. You did depart from Philadelphia. You end up in Phoenix. Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson were no scrubs. They were some big time players now. You went to Houston ultimately, Olajuwon, Pippen, those guys like that. What do you say when people bring that up, when they hear your criticism about LeBron James going to a stacked team, when they say you departed from Philly and you ended up on stacked teams?
Well, my team in Phoenix was not stacked. Let's get that out the way. We had a good, solid team, but we weren't stacked. And I got traded out of Phoenix.
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave Phoenix. They traded me. And obviously I was past my prime, but I never wanted to leave Phoenix. They traded me behind my back.
Exactly. See, I'm glad he cleared that up, because the LeBron fans want to say, well, he went to a stacked team. First of all, Charles Barkley played the majority of his career with the Philadelphia 76ers. In 1993, the NBA, he wanted to get out of Philly because they weren't trying to build a team around him. He had nobody there. The league made a decision to get Charles Barkley to the West. Charles hangs out in Phoenix all the time anyway, so this is perfect. Let's put Charles Barkley in Phoenix with the Suns. They got a great chance. Let's put them over there with Charles. Now we can have our Charles versus Jordan, because we don't have anybody to match Michael up with. That's how much scattered the whole Western Conference was. They were trying to manipulate the NBA Finals again. You had Magic, when they cheated the Blazers and put Magic Johnson in the NBA Finals one more time with that Laker team. They carried them and completely cheated Portland. Okay, that game should be investigated, that whole series, just so they could put Michael and Magic into the NBA Finals. So they manipulated that. They manipulated the Blazers to make that up to them the previous year, put Portland in their rightful place back in the NBA Finals against Michael versus Clyde Drexler. Who's the better player? You know, they had that. Right? Now, here the Bulls are again. They don't know who to match him up against. Oh, it's got to be Charles because of the Olympics. Dream Team, all of that. Charles was the star of the Dream Team. From what he said on the mic, how he played, It was the Charles Barkley come out party. So Barkley but he's on the East. The 76ers suck. Let's just trade Charles Barkley at the height of his career, coming out of Dream Team, more popularity. Philly gives up on him, sends him to Phoenix. He goes to the Phoenix Suns, becomes an all-time great over in Phoenix in his first year, wins MVP. Even though he won it in 1990 and they didn't give it to him. They gave it to like Magic. And then Jordan was like, hey, wait a minute, I should have got it. Anybody should have got it, should have been me. But Jordan was third in voting for MVP. He was upset about that. But Magic was number one. So, Magic gets the MVP award that year. Well, fast forward, 93, Charles is in Phoenix. He has Kevin Johnson, he has Dan Marley, he has Oliver Miller. He does not have a super team. KJ is the only all-star on this team. Dan Marley was a guy coming into his own, Thunder Dan. So if you want to say he had two all-stars on the team, okay, but they were far from a super team. They did not know how to win close games. All season it cost them, when they get down the stretch, what to do, and it cost them in the NBA Finals. They were eliminated in the first round by the Los Angeles Lakers. Without Magic Johnson, they went 5 games with the Lakers. The Lakers had them down to the last shot. Back then, it was the best out of 5. The Lakers won the first 2 games in Phoenix. So to let you know, they were the number 1 seed. The Lakers were 8. And they lost the first 2 games at home to the Lakers. There's no need for an excuse. And they said, oh, he joined the super team over in Houston. No. Drexler that was his last year in the NBA. He won a championship towards the end of his career after playing with the Blazers all those years. He won in 95. He came back in 96. I think when they win in 94, 95, and then in 96, they got, because they brought Drexler in at 95. So by 96, and after that, they kind of blew the team up. They said, all right, well, we're blowing the team up. They got rid of Sam Cassell, Robert Horry, all the young talent that helped them win the 2 championships. Once they didn't win the 3rd, they just started to get rid of everybody. Then they got Barkley, Drexler, and Hakeem Olajuwon. He didn't know Hakeem was pretty much done at that time, and Drexler this is his last year. So they weren't hungry to win a championship at all. So after that, they went and got Scottie Pippen to replace Clyde Drexler, who had retired. Scottie came in and was supposed to be the guy. Paid him $30+ million, right? $100-some million contract. He getting $30-something+ million up front, like he's the big guy. He played there 1 year and complained about Charles Barkley. Talking about how fat he was, and Barkley like, dude, you supposed to be Scottie Pippen. You supposed to be we the old guys. You supposed to be the guy, the star. Why are you looking to us to save you? So he was, man, you done rolled Michael Jordan's coattail all this damn time. So right away, you're seeing a difference in the opinions on how they were stated. But let's listen to Charles break it down.
What's really funny about that, I got a call from the Rockets asking me, was I going to hold out and ask for a new contract? I'm like, they're not going to trade me. I'm the only player we got. I was totally blindsided when I got traded from the Suns to the Rockets. I never wanted to leave Phoenix. And listen, when I got traded to the Rockets, I was already cooked. But yeah, no, I've never tried to stack my team. Even when I got traded out of Philly, I didn't hold anybody hostage. I said, just get me out of here and trade me anywhere. And don't say, listen, I did not say trade me to a powerhouse. The Suns were not a powerhouse when I got there, to be honest with you.
Charles Barkley, when we look at LeBron making this move, and we've already discussed how the 76ers need to be favorites. They need to come out of the East. We get that part. When you reflect on other superstars in the league, what do you think this kind of move will have an effect on them in terms of their potential movement? Steph Curry ain't never leaving Golden State. He ain't going anywhere. Yeah. But who knows what Kevin Durant will do when it comes to Houston? Who knows what Ant-Man will do if Minnesota don't get their act together? When you see a superstar of this caliber willing to move and willing to go to different teams, even though he was in LA for about 8 years, he was in Cleveland twice, he was in Miami for 4 years. Still in all, there are going to be others that say he's moved enough, and obviously he moved to stacked teams. What do you think that kind of effect is going to have on other superstars in this league moving forward?
Well, LeBron's the guy who started all of that. When guys start worrying about what the media say, that's when you get in trouble. You just go out there and you do your best, man, and you live with the repercussions.
Exactly. This is exactly the point I was making about Kevin Durant. You've already messed up. When you start thinking about what the media said, oh, I didn't say that, I said this. That's what I said. You already messing up. You are already behind the 8 ball. So when you looking at everybody else and the decisions and the fate they're coming up with, this is all predicated to you. Because there's no reason, I mean none, for y'all to be in this plight. Now, all the situations out there that they presented is not gonna mean anything. Because everybody knows when you start talking about failing spectacularly, this is what failing spectacularly looks like. When everybody be like, man, I want to know what that looked like. This is what it looks like. Charles Barkley didn't tell a lie. Charles is telling you the truth. So they said, oh, Charles just saying that because he up there. He knows Stephen A. Smith hates LeBron. See, he wouldn't do that if he was up there with a LeBron fan. Charles Barkley does not care about any of that. He's an old retired man. He don't have to kiss nobody ass. They don't care if you don't like them or not. They done made all the friends they gonna make. They got about probably less than 20 years they feel on the planet. They ain't the last thing they want to hear is somebody else's opinion about what they have to say. They gonna feel the way they want to feel, and that's it.
You know, I was hoping he...
Now, Chuck. Oh yeah, my Odyssey 24K. I can't have that up there when Mom visit. Mom come here and visit, that can't be there. You know? Well, you know now. Now, let's get to the gist of this, though, because I want y'all to see this. Charles, right after he did this Stephen A. Smith, Dan Patrick hit him up like, man, you supposed to come on my show. He was like, man, do it now. I'm right here. Hit me up. So he goes right back to back and goes right on Dan's. Now, Dan is a big LeBron guy himself. He's a LeBron apologist, straight media guy. So now they bring Charles up, and he can't believe after what he just saw on Stephen A. So he called Charles. You can see Charles still got on the same uniform. He in the same damn room. Charles just got through, and they were like, "I just watched you over there, Chuck. What are we doing?"
Have a great damn summer. I don't do anything. I try to stay off TV. I'm only doing this because of you. I try to stay off TV. I play golf every day. I don't want people to get sick of me, so I do like one thing every two or 3 weeks. But the rest of the time, I'm playing golf every day. I'm taking the day off because it's raining.
Not doing it for attention.
So I'm gonna go get a mani, pedi, and a massage because it's raining like hell here in Philadelphia all day. That's my day today, Dan.
No, that's not a bad day.
Oh, I'm going, as soon as I hang up with you, I'm going to go get a mani-pedi, I'm going to go get a massage, and then I'm going to chill, and I'm going to back on the golf course tomorrow. But it rained like hell yesterday and
That's
today,
what you do.
So I'm back on the golf course tomorrow.
All right. Well, maybe you should have stayed in Arizona where you could have been able to play. Or is it too hot out there for you?
It's hot out there. It's like 120 degrees every day right now. It's brutal.
So how's the morale in Philadelphia here?
Oh, it's off the charts right now, Dan. It's the people are going crazy. They should be excited. You know, getting LeBron is a coup. So they're going to be favorites probably in the East on paper. But man, it is going crazy here. I mean, because I think it caught everybody by surprise, to be honest with you, even myself. You know, I was hoping he went back to Cleveland. But man, it is on fire here right now. You 24/7 LeBron right now, ever since the story broke last week.
Feels like you had a problem with it.
I didn't have a problem with it. I wanted him to go to Cleveland. He has no affiliation to Philly. What's really funny, I guess the story broke yesterday that he's not even going to live in Philly. He's going to live in New York and helicopter back in for practicing games. So the city's kind of pissed right now. I was like,
Now, what does that tell you? What does that tell you about LeBron James? He's not going to live in there, and that pissed the people off because he's once again not integrating himself with the city. Which what every superstar normally does. They do something. Shaq did it with LA. Kobe did it in LA. LeBron didn't do that in LA. He just took. And that's why they was like, dude, we don't appreciate you. We never asked for you. We didn't want you. There wasn't one LA Laker fan saying, please don't go LeBron. They never wanted him. The only one cheering for him was his fan base. I know real Laker fans, and they're happy now. The Laker fans I've talked to they let you know, no, I'm a real Laker fan. I'm just glad these LeBron people up out of here. Y'all can have them, Philly. So, right away. But see, Dan wants to go there because he doesn't like the way Charles has been talking about LeBron. So he feels he has to stick up for LeBron James.
I told y'all he didn't have no affiliation with Philly. That's why I was shocked he came here. Yeah, I was, it was so funny. I was playing golf yesterday early and my phone starts going crazy. They're like, can you believe this? I'm like, what? Y'all just got LeBron, be happy. He's not even going to live here. He's going to live in New York and take a helicopter in for practicing games. I just started laughing because you can't make this stuff up.
Why don't you let him stay at your place?
It's a condo, Dan. I'm a firm believer in the Herm Edwards rule. One house, one car. You don't need more than one house. That's a waste of money. Don't waste your money on jewelry. I drive a Kia and an Explorer. That's all you need, brother. Don't waste your money on cars, you young dummies.
You were on with Stephen A. Smith. That's why I thought you had a problem that LeBron's always stacking his teams.
Yeah, that's been one of my most people criticize him for that. He always stacks his team.
But what's wrong with wanting to build a team that can win a championship or going to?
First of all, let's see. There you go. He didn't build a team. He manufactured.
He built a team in Los Angeles. They were bad before he got there.
And his agency forced them to trade for Anthony Davis, who was ran by his group.
Okay, but he didn't go to a team that was stacked.
No, he did. Listen, Anthony Davis, everybody in the league would have wanted Anthony Davis. Plus, specifically said he has to go to the Lakers.
Get him, Chuck!
That's a fact, Dan.
But you still had to pull off the trade to get him. They didn't say, "Oh, here you go."
Yeah, he said he would only go to the Lakers. He said he would, like everybody wanted Anthony Davis, but Clutch said no, he can only go to the Lakers. So it is what it is. It's a fair criticism. Yeah, everybody wanted Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis specifically said, because of Clutch, I will only go to the Lakers. So you think that's naturally organic? No, that is stacking your team.
But that's
yeah, exactly. That is stacking it, buddy. That's saying, look, I'm playing poker and I'm throwing in 4 cards. Like, no, give me 4. I'm in there manufacturing the team. Now, Anthony Davis is saying Anthony Davis will only go to the Lakers. Is that what was best for Anthony Davis? Or was that what was best for LeBron? This is why people have woke up and started leaving Clutch Sports. We did that video yesterday. Anthony Edwards is gone. Like, people, they realize the game. Like, look, you can't be there when your agent, the so-called agent, is sitting over there on TV manipulating all live on the air. An agent is in there talking about other people's players and where they should go. VJ Edgecombe is not represented by Clutch Sports. Why are you telling him he should demand a trade? Oh, is it because of what you plan on doing with the team? That, a trade should be requested by you because you ain't going to be getting the ball. You're going to be the odd man out. We're going to turn the media against you till the fans want you gone. You can see the script being written right in front of your face. They're writing it right in front of your eyes. But like Charles said, no, he's manufacturing this. Dan is trying to come up with every excuse to protect LeBron James.
LeBron's power.
Oh, okay. And
he deserves that credit that guys want to play with him.
And we can't criticize it if we think it's unfair?
What's unfair about wanting to go better your life? Like
No. You shouldn't be guaranteed a championship. One of the reasons Michael Jordan is to go, he got beat in the head. He kept, you know what, I'm going to get bigger, stronger. That, to me, is the way I would like to see it done. That's why I admire Dirk Nowitzki, who's like, you know what, I'm not going anywhere. We just going to keep getting better. That's why Steph Curry, same thing. He's like, you know what, we got a team. They were not any good in the beginning. Then Clay got good, Draymond got good, Iguodala, everybody. So, listen, we can disagree. I'm not mad at LeBron, but I could, I'm not going to do the Stepford Wife thing like all LeBron and his friends do. Like these guys on television now. Like, I don't want to upset LeBron because I wanted him to talk to me and I wanted him to do interviews. Like, if you don't, like, that's the one, LeBron's a great dude too. But the people around him, and now guys on television, they're like Stepford Wives. It's like, you have to say LeBron's the greatest ever, or like, he not going to talk to you and you're committing treason. Like I said, LeBron is the third best greatest basketball player I've ever seen. But when you're around them Stepford Wives that are around LeBron, and some people on television are like that, but they want to be friends with him. Like, I think me and LeBron, I think we're cool, but I don't have to say he's the greatest basketball player ever. I don't think I'm committing treason.
I just didn't. I don't have a problem if he wanted to go to Philly. I think it's a big risk, but it's his best chance to win a championship.
I don't agree with that. I actually think if he went to the Cavs, they would have had the best team in the East.
They got James Harden. I don't think he wanted to play with James Harden.
James Harden not even on the team right now.
Well, but they're talking to him about a contract.
Let me tell you something. We can disagree. I mean, we all have an opinion. I thought if LeBron went to the Cavs, they would have the best team in the East. That's just my personal opinion.
If Darius Garland was there, I would say yes, not James Harden.
Well, you don't have to play James that much if LeBron is there. And also, think about this.
I'm sorry, I can't agree with that, Dan. Dan, Garland, who's consistently hurt, is not better than James Harden. I'm sorry. I can't let that slander just go by. Now, listen. We love how animated people are. We do. We do. We love how people are very animated, pretty much stuck in their ways, how they move, the whole shebang-a-bang. In my James Harden voice, thank you. Too much disrespect on James's name. You might not like James Harden, and that's cool. You can have your reason for not liking James. You know, how he pretty much is advocating for don't really care if he win or lose. You know, that's James Harden. But one thing is for sure, two things for certain. He was much better than Garland. Okay, light years better. Cleveland being number one, nah, they weren't better than the Detroit Pistons. Period. The Detroit Pistons got jobbed against them. They would have swept Cleveland. Easy. And then we would have beat the hell out of the Knicks, and that would have been a very disappointing time for them. He said, change your profile picture. You don't look like that no more. I look more like that than you look like me. I look closer to that picture right now than y'all will ever look to it. The narratives, the way they say the narratives change, the more they stay the same, it's simple to this. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Now my phone's going off. Charles Barkley is really breaking down everything essentially to facts over feelings. He's not saying, hey, this is how I feel. This is the, my feelings are involved. Charles isn't doing that at all. What Charles Barkley's doing is bringing back a realization that has been missed by a lot of different people out here, for whatever the reason may be. Jesus Christ, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. I am not that special. The Lakers won't win another championship in 53 years. Yeah, believe that if you want to. Now, Well, you're always going to have people that keep what we call doing the stupid. Now, when you do the stupid, you start looking at things from a perspective of fandom, ignorance, not facts. You're not looking at the stats. You're looking at the ignorance of it. Doing the stupid would be like, if LeBron gets into the dunk contest, he gonna win. You know, stuff like that. Believing the Knicks can go back to an NBA Finals and be number one in the East, you know, that's just stupid. All these moves meant nothing. The Knicks are still, you know. Exactly. The Knicks. They'd be like, hey, they had Jerry Seinfeld at the game. Yeah, this is not normally my seat. Hey, but the Knicks are winning. I said, why not? Hey, I saw a teenage girl there. I invited her to sit next to me. Hey, she gets a great experience. You know, look. Some people are good for certain things. And that's that. And they have their audience for that. People I know don't like Jerry Seinfeld. They hate him. But Jerry Seinfeld was great on the show Seinfeld, which Larry David written. To me, Larry's a better actor than Jerry. They're still friends, but Larry's a better actor than him. So the Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm show to me was a lot better than watching Seinfeld with Jerry. Jerry wasn't the funniest guy on Seinfeld. Even though the show was about him, everybody around him was funny. So when you got tired and annoyed of Jerry, you can go to everybody else's performances. Jerry, to me, is not a great stand-up comic. He's good for a selective handful of Jewish people. That's about it. But he has the name. Hence why they will ignore him dating a teenage girl in his 30s. Dating a 16-year-old, by the way. They can forgive all that. That's just Jerry. But all of that to be all full circle. The name. That's all they're attached to. LeBron. See the analogy? LeBron is the name that y'all attached to. So you're doing the stupid. You're so attached to the name. Yeah, you so attached to that name that you're like saying to yourself, okay, we're attached to the name, no matter where it goes, and we're going to follow it to the end. What happens when he retires? Which will be happening soon. Forget his, I'm gonna play till, shoot, I'm probably gonna play for another 20-some years. He'll be done in about the next 2 years. The NBA is not finna allow this to go past another 2 years. They can't, they won't. Not that NBC's back. They're like, look, we're not in the LeBron business. Okay, we're in the cast away the old legend. Say goodbye to Old Yeller. Remember what they did to Old Yeller? They took Old Yeller out in the back and shot her. That's how they put dogs down back then. Old dog is dying. He's suffering. Well, we don't want Old Yeller to suffer. Let's take Old Yeller in the back. Right, they put Old Yeller down. And that's what LeBron is. He's Old Yeller. He been barking and howling and doing his king and remember he used to raise the roof or raise it down or whatever. He was Old Yeller. That was his job. But Old Yeller wasn't even arguing no more. Wasn't no more fussing. It was time to put Old Yeller down. Oh no, Lassie was about that action. Now Lassie get out there. Lassie was fighting her. I'll tell you the funniest episode of Lassie. They had a Doberman out there. And the Doberman was barking at everybody, the kid, on the show, and then Lassie come up there to help him. Boy, Lassie was running. Next thing you know, they were like, help, help! The dog had him cornered, this big old Doberman. Next thing you know, Lassie jump in there. Man, the Doberman was kicking Lassie ass. You could tell they had yelled, cut! Like somebody said, cut, get the dogs. Because doggone, man, that Doberman was kicking Lassie's ass. And then it's like somebody said action, and somebody threw the doggone Doberman across. The Doberman rolled in the dirt, and he get up like what the hell was that about? Hey, man, to make movie magic back in those days was incredible. They said, now action. Threw the damn Doberman across the dirt. The Doberman rolls around. He gets up like, he was confused as hell. Wait a minute, I was just kicking some ass. What happened? They was, thanks, Lassie, you saved the day. Man, Lassie was like, I need a doctor. I don't need your hug, I need a doctor. Y'all got me in here wrestling the damn Doberman. Hey, that's how it was, man. It was real. Oh, Barkley gonna tell it like it is. He ain't gonna back down. So the next time we come back, which will be later on tonight, man, I ain't want to make it that late, but because I don't know if you guys gonna be up or not, but we're gonna do a panel. We're gonna try to do the football panel. So hope you guys are ready for that. College football panel. They might not share that. That's what's crazy about it. They might not even share it, and they should. No, this is the stupid media. That's what I said. It's doing the stupid. You're talking about LeBron, Kobe, and Michael. Kobe is not even alive anymore. Michael Jordan's been retired for 20 plus years. LeBron James is at the end. He's 41 years of age. And the media continuously go down this road. This is why I don't do those videos. Because one, it's ignorant to really even have that conversation. That man is not in the category of those two. And Charles said, I got him number 3 all the time. Charles, he's not number 3. He's not number 3. As a basketball player, hell no. Now, if you want to say careers, like as a career, yeah, he's had an outstanding career for himself. Now, if you said careers, he's probably had the most outstanding career of anybody to play this long because of all they gave him and everything else. Of course, we swept the Dodgers. The Dodgers ain't. Now, Now that we got that assessed, don't forget to go to the Patreon. We got a lot of stuff kicking off over there. It is already on fire. This whole month has already kicked off. We only 4 days in. So, yeah, we got the Tupac trial kicking off next week. And we'll be covering that. Yeah, we'll be getting the transcripts and stuff for that, and going through the trial. So we'll see what's what. But yeah, college football. Hopefully y'all ready for it. That'll be the next video. We out.